And you mentioned budget, so that's a really hot topic in our Facebook group. As soon as someone asks about a budget and so forth, everyone's always keen to find out what people are spending. Are you comfortable sharing your budget, say, for your weekly groceries and things like that, for being a family of 4? This is the Big Lap Chats podcast by All Around Oz. And today my special guests for the second time are Tara and Jeremy from 4 Plus Paws. Welcome again, guys, and thanks very much for your patience.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us again. Yeah.
No one needs to know about the first time.
No. The episode that I did last week was a similar situation. Couldn't, it was all technical problems. So anyway, we're here. So that's good.
Great when it works, right?
It is. And it certainly can send you grey overnight. Okay, so we'll just get stuck into it and I'll get you to introduce yourselves. Where are you calling in from today? What's your story? How you got started? What's your setup?
Yeah, cool. So we're Jeremy and Tara. Our Instagram handle is 4 Plus Paws. We travel Oz in our Easy Trail Parks 15 caravan. It's a hybrid caravan behind a Mitsubishi Trident. And we have 2 kids, Ollie and Lincoln. They're 5 and 10, and our dog Rocky.
Nice.
And we're calling in from Brizzy at the moment.
Brizzy. And what got you started? What was the trigger for you guys? Like, when did you go, let's just hit the road? What happened?
Yeah, good question. Well, we've always loved camping. We've done we've done a lot of it. We've done as much as we could. And you get to the point where you don't want to end a camping trip. So it sparked the idea of, hey, let's make a longer one. And on our bucket list was to see Australia. So yeah, we waited until our youngest was 4 and hit the road, and we're still doing it.
Yeah.
That's great. Don't worry about the delays because it's all recording in the background. That's what they tell me.
Take 3.
So, yeah, no. And how long have you been on the road?
So we left Geelong in Victoria the 1st of January. We started the year on the road, basically. It's now a lot later in the year, and so we're 3/4 of the way through. So, yeah, wow, what are we now?
10, bit longer.
10, 11 months in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
we plan to be home for Christmas, but ideally, if we could keep going, we would, but it's not free. So we've got to go home and top up the bank balance and see family, and that's what we've committed to.
But we are talking about options because, hey, we don't want it to be over. So we'll make it work. We'll do the best we can.
Yeah. So do you think you'll sort of hang around for Christmas, New Year, and then hopefully take off again, or you just need to get your ducks lined up first?
Probably just a little bit longer than that. Yeah, straighten a couple of things out. Who knows? Maybe an upgrade on the vehicle or the upgrade on the van. That's all things we always talk about.
Yeah, we recently went to the Brisbane Camping Expo. I don't know the official name of it or which one it was, but we certainly got a few ideas there, which is nice.
Yep.
Nice to be looking at our next rig, our next setup.
And it's not from a place of need. It's just you see it and it's all flashy and exciting, so you start dreaming a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We have enjoyed our van. Our car has been very good to us. We made it this far around.
Yeah, it's a great setup. What's one thing that most lappers overlook that can make or break their entire journey?
I guess you can have, like, everyone's different, depending on how you travel and your family setup, but we budgeted a certain amount and it went over. It's just the way it went. Luckily, we're able to pivot a bit and, reset that number and not have the stress as much.
Yeah, certainly setting a realistic budget if a budget applies to you. We have rented our home. We didn't sell, so we sort of don't have an infinite amount of money. Not that those who have sold do, but they may be in a nicer financial situation than us. And we haven't worked this year, which has been really lovely, but we've always worked. And we do miss that a little bit, to be honest, having a purpose other than travel life. It's funny, actually, once you work, and you just want to escape. Now we've escaped and we just want to work a little. Just a little.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Probably not as much as we were.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So could that be an option for you then, like travel for a couple
Yeah.
of months and then stop and work? Yeah.
Yeah. And I reckon that would be a great way to do it, because you have that, you do a bit of travel and you'll reset. You'll stay still, do a bit of work, top up the bank, but also want to take off again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And
And there's plenty of opportunity for that, for working on the road, which a lot of people, I'm sure, know. And it's just making timing work to stop for a month or whatever it might
Yes.
be.
Yeah, and planning ahead. Where am I going to be? Can I, organise the kids, or is one of us not going to work? All of those things we'll have to weigh up if that's the path that we go down.
yeah. There's a few different logistics there, isn't there?
Yeah.
And you mentioned budget. So that's a really hot topic in our Facebook group. As soon as someone asks about a budget and so forth, everyone's always keen to find out what people are spending. Are you comfortable sharing your budget, say, for your weekly groceries and things like that, for being a family of 4? So
yeah, family 4 and a dog, sorry. Our goal is $1,000 a week, but that doesn't really happen. We're closer to 1,500 now. And that doesn't include any home bills. That's all taken care of in the background. Just your fuel, your accommodation, your attractions. They vary a lot.
And accommodation spends vary at the moment. At the moment, we're parked up at my brother's place. He's on a couple of acres south of Brisbane. So that's
Nice.
been really handy. But sometimes you've got to pay for accommodation. And I mean, we're set up to be off grid, but we can only carry so much water. So we've sort of got to be back in main towns for a little while.
yeah, so you can top up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you wish you did before you left?
Not really.
No, I don't think so either. It was a long time in planning for us. It was 3 or 4 years or so. Lincoln might have just been born, or I was pregnant at the time when we sort of set this goal. So we were pretty well organised before we left. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Which goes to show that, you can't decide today that you're going to leave in a month's time, because there's just too much to do, isn't there? It does take a certain amount of planning before you leave.
We had a big whiteboard up at home, and we had jobs on that and lists on your phone, and
tick them off.
we had a map of Australia up on the wall, which we'll put in dots and stuff on.
Yeah.
But that was the exciting part, because I think what I've realised now is you plan for it longer than you're actually doing it. So enjoy that. Enjoy the build up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, don't be sad that I've got to wait another 6. Well, in our shoes, don't be sad about having to wait 6 more months. Just enjoy that build up.
That's exciting too, because you're on Instagram, or you're on YouTube, or you're on Google, and you're having a look at wiki camps, and you're looking at all these, doing all the research, which is also really fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then when you get to the place that you've actually researched, it's that's another sort of form of excitement, isn't it? That you're actually there and doing it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I remember feeling that.
It's also, I'm excited that we sort of culled and got rid of a lot of stuff before we left. So it's nice to go back to, I won't say a clean slate, because we still have our staples, but it's a lot of stuff we just didn't need in life.
Minimise. And I reckon even when we get home and unpack boxes, whenever that time comes, we'll still be like, do I really need 4 serving platters? And do I really need 16 vases? Like, I probably don't.
Yeah.
Yes, you
I hear
probably
ya.
still need platters. Yes, you do. Not me.
I do love a cheese board.
Not me.
You know what I mean?
So do I. For sure. What's your secret to finding the most breathtaking yet under the radar destinations? How do you go about that?
Well, Tara's definitely the researcher. So she'll look on wiki camps and Facebook groups. However, I got a lot of inspiration from just talking to people around the campground. people have come the other direction.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, in my phone notes, it's just if you're having a chat with someone, I'll tend to forget where they said, so I just quickly punch it in, and typically worth it. Yeah, because it's a personal review that you're getting from someone, not from
Yes.
online.
Yeah,
So
and generally on Instagram especially, you see all the beautiful pictures and videos of a spot, but in reality, it's not always, Pink Lagoon, for example, isn't bright pink all the time.
Yes.
So you do get, probably the secret is to be open to chatting to people that you meet on the road, because you learn about lots of little hidden gems and lots of, local spots that perhaps the general public don't know about.
Yeah. Yeah. We had that recently here. Some people were packing up and leaving, and then they came to talk to us and said, you have to go here and go and make sure you go see this, that, and the other, just in a little town south of here. You've been here, so you might even know what I'm talking about. That Dear Darnells at Witchcliff. Did you venture down that way?
Hearing that, but we didn't go down.
we went to Margaret River, we went to Bustleton, and on 2 different occasions. But beautiful area down there. Very
stunning.
You've got a mix of green and a mix of ocean. Yeah. Definitely somewhere we want to go back to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the while, there's more wildflowers in this area than we've seen anywhere else as well. And they're still out and blooming. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing too about finding the best spots, like sometimes an average spot will become a great spot depending on who you're with. If you have good company, hey, if they're here for a couple more days, let's stay. Depends who you're with. You don't need a lot when the kids are happy and we're happy. It really does make a spot. It makes it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that rain I can hear now?
Oh, you can hear it. I was hoping you wouldn't be able.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, that's what this is about,
Yes. Yeah.
We're
not
both
camping in a
different.
showroom, are we?
No, that's all right.
We're out in the real world.
Yeah, that's very true. Where's your favourite free camp that you've found on your travels?
Want the full details of the free camp we just talked about, plus early access to our interactive free camp map, bonus episodes, expert tips, and our members-only Big Lap resources and discounts? Join the BLC crew. You'll get everything you need to plan a smarter lap so you can travel with confidence and discover the best spots around Australia. Go to blccrew.allaroundoz.com.
Now, you mentioned activities and experiences and so forth. What have you ticked off your bucket list that you would go back and do again?
For me, we swam with the whale sharks out of Exmouth and it was incredible. I went with our eldest, he's 10, and we still rave about it now. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Sometimes you do experiences and they were great, but you've done them. But the whale sharks, hands down, I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, nice. And how?
And for me, getting across to Fraser Island was on my bucket list. So because that's a sort of a well-known one.
Mm-hmm.
Snorkeling at Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, that was special.
But even just a bucket list of doing a lap of Australia is big, which is big in my heart. So yeah, that's a really big ticket one for me. The whole journey.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Cheesy, terrible answer, but
No. It doesn't
honest.
matter. It's your answer. Just going back to the whale shark swim and for your son, how did you prepare him? I know there'll be families listening in. Do you think it's worth it? How did you prepare him and how did the staff help you on board with that?
Yeah, sure. So Ollie's actually a stronger swimmer than I am.
Okay.
So I wasn't too concerned with his ability to be able to keep up because the sharks, although they look like they're moving slowly, because they're so large, they're actually very quick.
Yeah.
So it can be tricky to keep up with them in the water if you're not a strong swimmer. I had a pool noodle in the water. I was the only one on our boat that used a noodle in the water. But yeah, I mean, if you need it, absolutely use it.
Yeah.
Ollie was one of 3 kids on board and the staff were incredible with them. The fella that was sort of directing us to jump in and out of the water. He spent a lot of time with Ollie just making sure his snorkel gear was on right, and really developed this rapport with him, which was really nice to make sure he felt comfortable. Yeah.
And
That's something that
we chose to not take our 4-year-old because that would, I guess, slow down or take a little bit away from Tara's and Ollie's experience. And it wasn't high up on my bucket list, so we stayed behind, let them make the most of the day.
Yeah, nice. That's great. And I'm sure he will remember that for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Such a special time.
He does talk about it. He does talk about that. And just snorkeling and reef in general, he loves it.
Yeah, he's such a water kid. Like, he was always a water baby, and he still loves it now. His happy place is in the water. It can be freezing, and he'll jump
and he'll get in
or off the jetty. Like, he just loves it.
Kids don't feel it.
No, they don't. They don't. What are your 3 biggest money-saving hacks that you can share that other people that haven't left yet that they would need to know?
If you have any, let us know.
We're still looking.
We need the help. But probably maybe if you've got the space for it, bulk up a little bit on shopping, because we can go to the Woolies for 3 things and all of a sudden we've brought 10 and it's cost us $100. So if you can limit the amount of times you've got to go to the shops, I reckon that would have helped us a lot.
And things like if you're a Woolies Rewards member, you can normally have like 10% off a shop once a month. That really helps.
Yeah.
Anything you can DIY yourself, ladies, I would suggest. I generally wax and tint my own brows. I haven't coloured my hair since we left. You sort of care a bit less. You still like to look nice, but your priorities shift a little. But if you can DIY, do it. I cut boys' hair. Obviously do a really good job. So,
yeah.
And then I think, just having the right apps on your phone. So using Petrol Spy, using 7-Eleven Fuel Lock, spend the money on Wikicamps. I think when we bought, I think it was $8 or something like that, but definitely worth it to be able to find all of those free camps or water or whatever it might be.
We also purchased the RAC Leisure membership for WA.
Yes. Yep.
I don't remember how much it was. It might have been $30-$40, but we made that back within one
30.
booking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it back within one booking. So, and that would come from that advice come from another family we met on the road.
Yeah, cool. That's really cool. Can you just excuse me for a minute? I'm just going to close this door. Won't be a minute.
It probably feels like I feel when I'm doing content and you're outside chatting.
Kev's having a chin wag to the neighbour next door.
Chat.
Yeah.
That's all right. I was just saying, sometimes I'll do some content creation for brands, and I might be filming inside, and I've let everyone know I'm filming inside. So just hush out there or whatever. And then it's okay for like 10, 15 minutes, and then the kids will start fighting, or Jeremy will have a chat with someone, or there's like banging going on outside. And I'm like,
I know. Yeah. And I always warn him, I'm starting the podcast now. Sometimes he forgets, obviously.
It's okay. That's okay.
Okay, where were we? So, we've covered the 3 biggest money saving.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything else? Or that was it? I think that was 3, so that's fine.
Yeah. Well, free camping would be the biggest money saver, but for our family, it doesn't work. We can't do that. We can't do that endlessly. We enjoy it, but we do book into a caravan park 2 or 3 times a week or whatever it might be, just to freshen up. Yeah. Our caravan's not huge, 15 foot. So there's only so much water, and it's a combined shower and toilet. So that's great, but you do need your own time with running water.
Yes.
And we don't have a washing machine on board.
We don't have a washing machine.
No, I hand wash, or I use one of those little USB powered washing machine spinny things. So yes, we can't be off grid forever.
Yeah, fair enough. What's the biggest myth about travelling Australia that needs to be busted?
I think before I left, I thought I'm going to have heaps of spare time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's busy. It's busy because you're always in a new town, and every town has attractions and things you want to go and see. Having said that, I've had plenty of afternoon naps. So that's
Yeah, nice.
I find time. Do find time for that sometimes,
Yeah.
but it is busy.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, I bought a couple of books with me to read, and I still haven't finished one. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, although I'm a bit of a doom scroller sometimes, so I could spend my time more wisely, or I could nap.
Yeah.
That is true, though. If you're on a travel day, so you're packing up, you're traveling, you get there, you unpack, that's
Yes.
at least half the day gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you stay connected and productive on the road without sacrificing the adventure?
Well, we haven't worked, so there's not a lot of
Yeah.
productivity.
Yeah.
Not a lot of
For
productivity.
your socials and if you're
But I
doing
do
some
sometimes.
Yeah. So we are doing a
UGC.
little bit of, I guess not. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I do enjoy, say, the night before, just say, all right, kids, tomorrow, what would you like to do? I think this is what I'd like to do. So we got a little bit of an idea of what the next day looks like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that just helps keep everyone engaged, because if you don't know what you're doing, when you wake up, you don't know what you're doing for the day, it can feel a bit stagnant.
Yes.
So you've got something to look forward to. I think that helps.
Yeah. And our boys generally like a bit of structure. Ollie is diagnosed autistic, so he likes to know what's coming.
Yeah, it does.
And I mean, we all like to know what's coming, but yeah, he doesn't do nothing very well. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And you're homeschooling, or you're unschooling, or you're road schooling? Which one?
Oldest is now 10. We do a little bit with him. We don't do a lot. We keep a record in our Google Drive of, I guess, learning activities. Say, museums and lookouts and
Yeah.
things he's read along the way. We'll keep a record of that. But as for sitting down at the table with pen and paper, not a hell of a lot.
Yeah, I think we started thinking, like, at the very start, we thought we had to do a lot. So we'd be doing a page of maths a day, a page of English and writing a day. He'd have to read a couple of pages a day. And then we'd also go places and we'd expect him to retain all this information. But really, some may or may not agree. But I mean, we've taken a year off. So they can have a year off too. And he's so clever and so switched on. Like, if you spoke to him, you wouldn't think he was 10. He really does retain so much information. We think it's okay that he has a bit of a break.
For sure.
He does keep a travel journal still. We get him he was doing one a day. Now he does one per spot, an entry per spot that we're at. And that's working well for us. It's a good balance.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
try and find a book that interests him, because to read, sorry. If we give him a book and he doesn't like it, it's a real chore for him to read it.
Yeah.
And you can tell he just doesn't want to be there. But if we give him, like, say, an Ando book, he'll want to just keep reading. We've got to take him off it. So try and find a good series for the kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah. I think don't stress too much about it, especially if you're just pulling them out of school for a year. They're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They're going to
agree.
be okay. And especially if you spend time with them and you're talking to them and you're going places and you're engaging with them on the daily anyway, then I wouldn't stress too much about following a set curriculum.
And I look back now at I look back at the Google Drive with his learning experiences. It's just massive. There's so much
Yes.
he's done.
Yeah.
And sometimes
will
we'll probe him about a certain place we've been, and it's a good day. Oh yeah, we did that. We did this.
Yeah.
It's in there. It's in there.
Yeah. He will be all over geography and things like that at school, won't he?
For sure.
In comparison to his classmates whenever he slips back into school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I think kids learn on the road way more. And, they've got their mum and dad full time, and the whole family full time. I mean, that's got to be a bonus.
Yeah, for sure. Although much to his disgust, he's got to be around his younger brother all day, every day, because they fight like cats and dogs. But anyway, that's all part of it.
Yeah, that sibling rivalry. Gotta love it. They're very quiet. Where are they? Are they in the
Inside
house?
the main house, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
We've given them dinner and they're they're having their screen time, so they're all good.
Cool. That's cool. What's one tip that saved your bacon on the road that you never see shared online?
I guess for me, I'd probably say carry a tool bag. Be a little bit handy. Things are gonna rattle loose. Cupboards need adjustment. Little things to the car. Just be a little bit handy because you're gonna need it. You can make a little problem a lot bigger if you can't stay on top of it.
Yeah, or seem a lot bigger. And I think don't be so like precious. If you can avoid being, too pedantic and too worried about maybe I don't know, window latches have come a little loose or they might need a bit of a strip. Let's just let it go. Like, I'll tighten it, he'll tighten it. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
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 And don't drive, in my opinion, don't drive too much of a hurry. Just go slow. Don't be too hard on the car and the gear. And it's a marathon, not a sprint, doing a lap of Australia.
Sure is. Yeah, that's for sure. Well, that's just about all the questions I've got for you. Is there anything else that you want to share?
I'm really glad we took the plunge and are doing a lap of Australia. If it's something on your list, start planning. You won't regret doing it. It's not all perfect, but I really have enjoyed doing it. So if you're thinking about it, you can make it work.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And if you're a hotel gal, I was definitely, before we met, that was a long time ago, but before we met, I was, tapas and wine and really nice places to stay with fluffy pillows and, take the plunge, it's camping. It's like a whole new world. And yeah, I don't regret any of it. It's been incredible.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, those people that say I only camp under 5 stars.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Well, you're
Well-
missing out. They're missing out.
Well, the bottom line is we can't afford to camp for this. Oh, we can't afford to go away in a hotel for this long if we're in a hotel. So this is our life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting out and seeing the country more than many, many, many Australians. I mean, some overseas visitors see more of our country than a lot of Australians, I think.
There's a lot.
Guilty.
There is a lot
That's
of.
me. That's me, by the way. I was guilty of that.
Well, I was saying to the boys the other day, we went to Australia Zoo up here on the Sunshine Coast, Steve
Mhm.
Irwin Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
He's a hero to us. So, and I've never been. I said to the boys, I'm very grateful we're going. You guys are going when you're 10 and 5. I've never
Yeah.
been. So
Yeah, we're in our 30s and we're only
Yeah.
just going. So
yeah, so
Yeah.
consider ourselves. We're lucky to be able to go.
Mm.
If we weren't
Is that
doing this
a-
lap, we wouldn't be there.
Yeah, for sure. And definitely worth doing. You recommend it?
Yeah, hands down. And if you can do like the 2-day pass, do so.
Yeah, there's a lot to
Mhm.
squeeze into one day.
Yeah. And it's massive. This thing is massive. 750 acres or something it was. They have
Wow.
a shuttle service that takes you from one end to the other if you can't walk. And we went and it was hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for the amount of shade there is there. But yeah, definitely split it over 2 days if you have time to do so.
Good tip.
They pay tribute to Steve Irwin very well. So that was almost a bit moving, actually. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're done very well. So it's definitely something we recommend to everybody.
Yeah. We sort of felt like, because we went to the big crop show in the middle of the day, and we felt like it could have been a really sad moment with a bit of a memorial or something like that. But instead it was like this celebration of him and what he's done for conservation. And yeah, it's a really great place.
Yeah.
Special.
That's good to hear. I haven't been, but it is on my list, even though I live in Queensland. That's terrible, isn't it?
It's always the way though.
Always.
Always.
Yeah, that's right. But it's not going anywhere, so it'll be there when I get back. How do you compare that then to other animal experience? Have you been, for example, to Dubbo Zoo ever?
Well, we've
or
been to
something similar?
Melbourne Zoo,
Yeah.
which I guess for me, they're a great zoo, Melbourne Zoo, but it's just a zoo. Where this was a bit more well, I don't know if personal is the right word, but more of a legacy piece for Steve
Yeah.
Irwin.
And there really is so much space. Sometimes you go to a zoo and you feel a little bit sad almost for some of
Yeah.
the enclosures.
Mm.
You know, they're
Yep.
obviously looked after well and the keepers have nice relationships with the animals, but there's so much space. Like the Africa section of the Australia Zoo is incredible. And they've got, you know, traditional music playing over the speakers, and it just feels really nice. Like they've put a lot
Yeah.
of thought into the design and layout of the zoo and the welfare of the animals that are within that section. Yeah.
Great tips. Well, thanks very much again for your time today. I appreciate it for the second time around.
No worries.
And
No worries. Happy to be
and
back. Thanks for
hopefully,
having us.
no worries. Hopefully you'll get on the road and we might cross paths somewhere in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that
Exciting.
big.
Yeah, one lap's never enough. PS. Put that
Nah.
in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Someone said to us, yeah, just doing a lap of the paddock. So I thought, oh, well, that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I guess so. And when you look at, and I think I've said it 100 times, it's not until you get out on the road that you realise how big our country is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much to see.
Yeah. So thanks again, guys. Really appreciate it.
No
You're
worries.
welcome. Thanks
Thank
for having
you.
us.